beginner's guide for a backyard painter. If y'all new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, man. It's your boy Bezo with Wheels. Can I see that? Okay. All right, cool. Now, real quick, let's dive right into it. Do not look at my situation any different than y'all's, okay? You got to start somewhere. Don't look at my situation any different than y'all's, because it was a point in time where I was looking at my phone, looking at other painters, looking at other YouTubers like, dang, they are lucky. Like, oh, man, I wish I was them, because you don't know what they went through to get there. So this journey it's been a long journey, and it's been amazing. Now, real quick before we dive into the beginner's guide, because I'm not going to tell y'all nothing that I ain't been through. I want to help everybody out. If I can help you create your business, if I can help you start your business by sharing the mistakes that I've made, then I would love to do that. Now, it's only going to work if I kind of give you an idea of how I started, when I started, what it took to get here, and where I'm at right now. This is my lobby. For the ones that haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. If y'all don't know me, I'm Bezo with Wheels. Let's go. This is the lobby to my body shop. A lot of y'all already know that. The real ones know that. The real ones know what's behind that door. Anyways, I started off as an aircraft painter, technically. When I graduated out of the Middale Technology Center, I quit. I was done painting. I started washing trucks. Then I was working at a pizza parlor. Painting was not up here at all. I went to school for it, but I only went to school for it to skip school. That's the only reason. I said, wait. So you mean I could take this class right here and I won't have to go to school my last hour? I didn't care if it was clay. I didn't care if it was barrettes and doing hair. You said I could skip school? The last hour, let's run it. Sign me up. But it just happened to be painting body. I was learning a little bit. I only wanted to paint. I didn't want to do no body work. I didn't want to do no welding. I just wanted to paint because it looked cool. So anyways, took the class, graduated, done. Didn't care. Did not have the paint mentality of even, I didn't have the mentality of even painting. Like when I graduated, I was running it up at Blue Beacon Truck Wash and I was at a pizza parlor. Then I got a phone call. No. Check this out. This is how God works. So I'm one of those, if my teacher was real cool, real respectful to me in school, while I was in school, I'll graduate and probably go check on that teacher like 3 months after I graduated. Like, hey, man, remember me? I just want to check on you, see how you doing, man. I appreciate your knowledge and wisdom. And I did that with my Votech teacher. Did that. Me and my wife, we took the class, so we went up there. This is like a whole entire year later. Went up there, talked to the teacher. Hey, man, how's it going? He said, you know what's crazy? Is I had a unit chief up there at Tinker Air Force Base call me asking if he knew any really good painters. I walked in like a day after he called. And he was like, wait a minute. He sat me down. Mind you, the ones that I heard in Oklahoma City know that it's hard to get on Tinker. You got to know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that know the unit chief that know the damn government. Like, it's hard. Some get lucky based off the resume, but most of the time it's hard. Yo, like 3 days later, I get a phone call from the unit chief. Like, yeah, hey, man, you want to come paint planes for me? I'm pissing on myself. Like, I'm shaking. I'm like, I'm about to say, nigga, done. Like, hell yeah. Like, but I was like, yeah. I had to try to act not surprised, but it was a blessing. It was so cool. So yeah, I ended up painting planes for almost 2 years. Painted the B-52s, B-1s, KC-135s, E3, E6 AWACSs. Painted like 7 different birds. Seen a lot of birds. But yeah, I painted a lot of planes. So that was the only painting experience that I got. Their fans are like 18 inches wide. Their paint is extremely thick. And it's not gloss birds. The only gloss birds that we painted was E3s and E6s. The ones with the big dome and the big satellite at the top. Now, that is not painting cars. That is far from painting cars. We're talking about maybe a couple 100 gallons of paint, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, anyways, so that was as far as I got. So you cannot tell me that you are interested in painting cars and start making excuses on why you cannot paint cars or why you haven't started or that was far from my. Now, let's not get ahead. You're going to jump on it. Let's go ahead and get you in action. But hold on. We got to talk about my experiences and what I went through my past. So painted planes for like maybe a year and a half, and then I got a call from Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia. Mind you, I got family down there too. Got the first phone call, first job offer. I was out. I got a call from Delta, and then I got a call from a place called Tug, and I got another call. So now I've created opportunities because I'm like, yo, like my resume looks amazing. Do you know I was utilizing the shit out of my Tinker badge everywhere? I'm a government employee, baby. Like, could not wait to went to the bank. They're like, yeah, what's your place of employment? I'm like, aircraft painter, aircraft painter at Tinker Air Force Base. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, big birds. Like, I felt like the president. Like, no lie. Like, I really felt top notch. So that's what kind of like made the situation even better. It created opportunities. It created opportunities for me. So now my resume looks good. Now my mindset, this is just in me. Sometimes it got to be in you. My mindset was like, yo, like, if I can get here, I can get there. If I can get there, I can get there with anything. If I can have a 6.1 SRT, I can get a 6.4 SRT. If I get a 6.4 SRT, I can get a 6.2 SRT with the supercharger. Oh, if I got a house over here that's 1,000 square feet, I get a house for 2,000 square feet. Like, my mindset, and there's nothing wrong with having a mindset as long as you got a godly, righteous heart, and you're not, malicious about it. Anyway, so with that, I lost my damn train of thought. So yeah, anyway, so I got to Tinker, and then I ended up getting a job offer in Georgia. I just did not want to refuse. Moved my whole family. I told my wife about it. She's like, yeah, let's go. We left, moved to Georgia. Like 8 months later, COVID hit. I'm the newest one at the job. COVID hit, boom. My job went from, oh yeah, you guys can take 2 weeks off, 2 turn to 4 turn into more. I lost my job, had to move back to Oklahoma City. I'm scratching my head. The little $4,000-$5,000 we had in our bank account was gone. Lost my car, lost a bunch of shit. Lost everything. Like, lost my SRT, lost my Forgiatos, lost my jewelry, lost a lot. Came down here, maybe 3 weeks later, the last vehicle that we had got repoed. Lost everything. Carless. Maybe a week, maybe 3 weeks to a month after we moved back from Georgia. Mind you, I spent all my money moving us back down here. Thank God for my mother-in-law. She allowed us to move in. And she had that shop in the backyard. Y'all remember that shop? My day ones, man. Shout out to my day ones. Y'all remember the shop in the backyard? I went to the back. It looked dirty. I was like, it had spiders and shit in there. I was like, yeah, I'm not fooling with this. Said that for like maybe 4 months, 3 or 4 months. No, I lied. It was like 2 months. And then I started messing around in there, kind of clean. I was like, man, I could get a car and I could turn this into my shop. Like, I had my personal man cave. Like, that was my mindset. And I was like, well, I got to save up. Now, mind you, I did have my guns. I had like 5 or 6 guns. But I did love my gun. So I had my gun. And I was like, man, I'm going to just, what's it? Oh, yeah. I was like, yeah. I started painting that shit with rattle can. Was I really rattle can? Ain't no way I was rattle canning. Was I really rattle canning? Nah, no way. Hold on. So anyways, that's what it was. So my mom's boyfriend was like, yo, didn't you go to school for painting? I was like, yeah. And I was like, why? He started asking me like, yo, like, you should start painting cars. Long story short, so he kept asking me to paint for cars, and I kept saying no. He finally bought me everything for me to paint a car. He bought me the little $200 air compressor, got me a $20 paint gun, got me everything I needed to paint a car, painted my first car, and that was his, and I wasn't worried about messing up because he already knew. He was like, I just want some color on it, and I did great. It was a blue Camaro, and it came out amazing. Now, that's pretty much where it all started, was from the backyard, beginners. Sorry to kind of ramble, but that's where it started. That is where it started. And I didn't stop. I never painted a car, mind you. Even in Votech, I never painted a car. I never painted a full complete. The farthest I painted was a door. And that was on my Suburban. So back to what I was saying, there's no reason on why. If it's on your mind and you're really strong and you're watching this video still, and you haven't swiped away, yeah, I think it's meant for you. So I and and I think you should go for it. I really do, because it's on your mind and God puts things on your heart for certain reasons. So, and you can turn this into anything you want. You can have like the person that I forgot his name. I think he used to own Collision Works or Service King. One of them, he went to my high school. He had like 25. He had like 25 or 30 plus high schools. I mean, God, dog. He had 25 or 30 locations, paint facility location, like top tier, like. And he went to my high school. Like, he has, like, but he sold the company. He sold the company for, I know, for millions and millions of dollars. Like, you could take it that far. I ain't got to go that far. I'm cool where I'm at. Well, I want to be a little farther than where I'm at, but I like where I'm at. So as a beginner, you have to start off with the mindset. Go ahead and manifest it. Tell yourself what it is that you want to do and what you're trying to get out of it. You know, so with the mindset, you can get as far as you want. Because my mindset was like, I didn't even know what the hell I was trying to start. I was just like, I'm gonna start a business. And I was on my way to move to Georgia. So that was like, what? Like, that's like saying that's like moving to a different state and be like, man, I can't. You're moving to Florida, but you're saying like, man, like, hey, if for whatever reason this doesn't work out, I'm moving to Dubai. Like, and then you in Dubai. Like, so mindset first. Figure out what it is that you want to do. And once you figure it out, mash the gas on it. You ain't got to necessarily start a business right away. I wouldn't even jump into that. That's the one thing that I really kind of wish I kind of would have slowed down on, was the business mindset rather than perfecting. Perfect the craft first. Perfect it first. Take your time and perfect the quality. Work on quality. Work on speed of service, and that's more on the business side. But perfect your craft before you try to sell the product. Perfect it and have fun with it. So pretty much me going through that, the whole Georgia moving and having to come back and losing everything, is kind of what started the business. So it really kind of played out. Because I would have just been down there painting for somebody and stuff like that. I wouldn't be as far. And I wouldn't have had a YouTube channel. I didn't start my YouTube channel until I got back. And then started painting guns. I started painting little toys. I started painting just things. And then it just led into full restoration builds. So So I'm telling you all of this because you never know what the journey is going to be like. If you just lock in, then you good. I knew that I always wanted to paint something. I was painting. And I knew I had some management skills. Any job that I ever went to besides Tinker, because I didn't even want to tamper with nothing of losing my job. Any other job, like if it was like, even if it was some multi-million-dollar companies, I was getting leverage somehow, some way, because I was like, I'm more than just these numbers on the paper. Like, that's just how my mindset was. Now, let's talk about the beginner's guide for your situation. You're in your situation, I don't know. You don't have anything at all. The first thing that, and I can't say that, oh, I wish I would have started working at a paint facility outside of the moment I graduated. Because like one of my brothers that's in and out of here, when he graduated, he started off at like CarMax or Carvana. He's had way more experience than I had when it comes to painting cars. I just had more so the management skills and the business skills and the structures of the LLC and then the EIN and then dealing with customers and dealing with knowing how to handle mistakes or handle a lot of pressure. So, but in your situation, you have to figure out, one, what it is that you're wanting. You need to write it down. There's a lot of successful people that be like, you need to write your goals down, that I've ignored. But you have to write your goals down. You have to. If you're not writing your goals down, it won't work. Most of the time. Because I still haven't wrote my goals down. I'm not going to lie. I seen somebody in the comments like, yeah, man, you got to make sure you write your goals down. Anyways, as a beginner, this is the beginner's guide. So we know my backstory. We kind of have an idea of what I went through. So this whole this was not on paper. None of this was on paper. Having a lobby was not on paper. Now I did say I was gonna have a Jet X 5500 Jet X. I did say that. I said that in one video, and I watched the video recently and was like, whoa, I said that. Oh my God. Like, yeah. So anyway, with as far as being a beginner, you're a beginner. You know, don't beat yourself up for nothing. Especially if you don't have anybody. I didn't have anybody over my shoulders telling me what to do. I didn't have anybody telling me to start my YouTube channel. I didn't have anybody telling me to be consistent. I didn't have anybody telling me to wake up early in the morning. That's something that you have to do. That's something that you have to commit to. That's something that you are going to have discipline on. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's coming to be like, hey, wake up. It's early in the morning. You need to be studying for this or studying for that. Nobody's going to be doing that for you. At the end of the day, you are all you have. You want to make sure that you are in a situation that if anybody stripped anything from you, you're going to make a way. Stop trying to figure out how. Stop trying to figure out how. Oh, I don't have this or I don't have. Stop trying to figure out how. Okay? You have to put your mind in the mindset of there's always going to be a way. That's where God come in. But I know a lot of people don't have a religious belief. But you have to start off up here. If you're not right up here, it's not going to work, even if you have the best of the best. Like, money is a tool. If you don't have the wisdom and the knowledge to know how money works, and you get a F ton of it, you get a boatload of money, you hit the lotto in 2 years, probably less than that, you're not going to have that even close to, you're probably not going to have any money at all, especially if you don't know how to use the tool, money. So same thing with the mindset up here. You have to have the mindset. Now, we've talked about the mindset. Let's get it in. Now you locked in. Now you ready to match the gas. What do you need to do? You need to set aside a little bit of funds. I don't care if it's only $50 a week. I don't care if it's $50 a month. Set aside some funds for your goals. If you don't start off by a little bit, you're not going to have any results, okay? So you have to apply that. Now, that is towards the materials that you are going to use soon. We're not trying to get the best of the best guns. You don't even know if you like painting. So take your time on that for the beginners. Beginner's guide. When it comes to being in the backyard or being in a little home shack or whatever the case is, do not be discouraged. Because that's what happens. That's kind of what was happening to me. But you got to be tunnel vision. You got to be locked in. You have to be locked in. You want to become a shop owner? Don't even worry about that right now. Especially if you even looking up anything beginners or whatever. Focus on you and your quality and your skills and perfecting it. Gain that wisdom over time. Watch how to use reducers. Watch how to, lay down clear coats and base coats and when to do this and when to do that. That's the main thing you want to focus on, is all the how-to videos. All the how-to videos on focusing on how-to. That way you are 100% comfortable enough to work on a customer's car, yet alone your own car. Your own car, I say dive right into it. Dive right into it. As a beginner, if you don't have anything at all, you can literally go to a salvage yard. I would literally go buy a few parts. You can buy bumpers, you can buy hoods, you can buy fenders. I would buy a hood, I would buy a fender, and I would buy a front bumper. Buy a complicated front bumper. Buy all those three. I guarantee you could probably get those for $300 total for all of those. Probably less. I've seen fenders for like $25. No lie. So it don't gotta be bent and dented up and perfect. As a matter of fact, if it is bent and dent, I get it. You know what my Votech teacher used to do? He used to put a fender, he's put a fender on a stand, and it'd be damn near perfect right out the box. And he'd be like, yeah, all right, class, I need you guys to paint it. Mind you, he's talking with this big ass hammer in his hand. He's like, yo, I need y'all to paint. Bow, bow, and get the banging on it, beating it and slamming it and stabbing it. And he's like, fix it. And that was our test. That was our test for the week. Like, we had to fix it, paint it, prime it, clear all that stuff. Do that with yourself. Do not get frustrated though. Like, it's supposed to be extremely hard for beginners. That's supposed to be extremely hard for beginners. Take your time, test yourself, do it till it's done. Fix it till it's done. Try not to poke holes in it, but do it till it's done. Grab you some hammers. You ain't gotta have no automotive body hammers. Go get you a regular ass hammer and get you a brick. If you can make what you have work, which you can, I did it. I painted about 20 cars, 30, 40 cars with a 20-gallon air compressor. I made it work. I made it work. And like I said, start off small, man. Start off small and just dive into that. Go to Harbor Freight, grab everything you need, and then paint the fenders, paint the parts. You don't got to start off with no car. You ain't got to start off with your own car. I did, but that's how I would start it off. Just small parts. Go buy some small parts. Go local salvage yard, somewhere cheap. You can get parts off Amazon. I mean, you can get parts off of Marketplace for free. You got people throwing all type of shit away. Paint those. I painted refrigerators. So it's like, play around with it first. Same thing with the wrapping. I had tried to use the vinyl wrap. I tried to wrap my pistol. I instantly knew, hell no, I'm not anybody. I don't have the patience to do vinyl wrap. I don't. It looks cool. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I'm gonna be honest. It looks cool as hell. And I've watched tons of videos of people wrapping cars and wrapping this and wrapping that. It looks so damn fun and cool and interesting. I'm not gonna do it. I've already tried it. It's not me. Now, if you are mentally like, man, I really want to paint, and you done looked up 10 and 15, 20 different painting videos back to back, and you studying it and you just amped up and intrigued, it's for you. Because it starts here. It starts here. Painting, yes, painting. Bodywork might not be for you, but you'll be one of the coldest painters if you learn how to do bodywork, if you learn how to cut and buff, if you learn how to use the stud gun, if you learn how to tap high spots and low spots and stuff like that. If you know that, oh yeah, bro, you a bad painter. If you all around with it, I'm all around with it. I like doing it all. So that's when you can lead into owning the body shop, because you're knowing how to do everything. I know a guy right now who opened up a barbershop and didn't know how to cut hair, and he had about 4 or 5 employees in there. He was making some good money, had his arms crossed, and was like, wow, man, this is beautiful. And then maybe 6 months later, those same guys quit and left. Nobody showed up next day for work. And now you're sitting in this super nice ass facility and you don't have any money coming in because you don't even know how to cut. You see what I'm saying? So know what you're doing. Learn that first. I was learning and jumping into business at the same time. I was learning. I was fresh, and still reaching out and exposing and buying brands and buying t-shirts and buying merch and telling everybody I'm him and I can paint and wham, until I got humbled on customers that was like, hey, I paid $1,500 for this. Like, this is what I got? Hey man, hell no. This ain't it. You gonna have to redo that. And then I done spent money on merch. I done spent money on just extra shit in the shop that I didn't need and stuff like that. You'll run into problems when you jump too far ahead and get too excited. You gotta slow down, perfect your craft first. Okay. You now you feel like you're a master painter. Figure out how to do that. Figure out how to use less Bondo as possible on them rough panels. Figure out how to pull that stud gun out and hammer at the right consistency and keep it flat with the dolly and the hammer. All of that stuff. Try to figure out all of that. I got so much learning to do. Yeah. So as a beginner, it sucks to say, but it's all starting from the mind. You got to have a mindset to be able to do it, the willingness, and I don't know what your schedule is today, but you need to dedicate at least an hour a day into. That's a good question. I just asked this. I just thought about a question that everybody's been asking me. Should I go to Middale Technology Center? Should I go to a paint and body shop, a course, a class? I'm not going to say no. Me, I did it, but that is not what got me here. I'm going to say that. Now, it aligned. It did. It really did, because like I said, my Votech teacher called me when I checked on him. Well, if I wasn't checking on my Votech teacher, if I didn't have him, then I wouldn't have probably got that job offer. Now, I had my cousins, my environment, like they were, some people were painting cars around me, but that wasn't what sold me. What sold me was like SRTs and fast cars and Rolls Royces and stuff like that. I like stuff like that, but actually customizing them and painting them and building them is different. So I'm not going to say don't take the class, but I will say do your due diligence as much as you can, like if you were taking the course. So if you're going to be on YouTube, or if you're going to be on Facebook and Instagram and scrolling and stuff like that, you need to be learning something. Learn as much as you can. Do the book side of it. Do the, okay, what's the window, what's the threshold of me laying down base and having to clear it? How much, what's my window? Like, because that was what I did. I remember when I called Mako, like, hey, I just painted this car, I just based it. Can I come back in there in the shop and clear it tomorrow? And they like, yeah, I probably wouldn't do that. And I was like, okay, all right, click. So I ended up painting it. I was extremely tired. It was like 4 a.m. when I finally got done basing it. And it was in the backyard. So learning those things, learning mixing ratios, 4-to-1s, 2-to-1s, 1-to-1s, and stuff like that. All of the paperwork side, the boring stuff. Figured all of that out and then jump into it. But if like I said, if you're thinking about grabbing small parts, do that tonight. Do that today. Grab small parts and grab some little materials and stuff like that and get started. Play around with it, see the thickness of it and stuff like that. As a beginner, but I say in general, before you start, you need to understand that your niche and what you're trying to do is going to get you farther than you can imagine every single time. Because I did not know I was going to be this far. I did not know I was going to have this many subscribers. I did not know how I was going to have this many people invested in me and stuff like that. So be mindful whether you want to sit here and paint these type of toys and stuff like that. It ain't got to be cars. It can be anything. You want to be a professional candy refrigerator painter, I promise you, if you stay consistent and mash the gas and apply it, that will work. It will. If you want to paint guns, you can take my gig. Well, I used to paint guns, and I think one of them videos got like 50,000, 60-some thousand. I didn't think that was going to do numbers like that. I didn't think any of that. If you want to start painting guns, I got how-tos on painting guns. The reason I got off of it is because the liability. Not everybody is gonna want their guns painted. That's like I carry a dagger. I don't want that painted. And then the thought of even it jamming the day after it got painted, it's not my lane anymore. I'm dealing with the custom cars. But yeah, man, dive into it and lock in. Like I said, don't start the business yet. If you want to paint refrigerators and you want to paint, I don't know, whatever it is that you want to paint, buy a couple of them that are messed up, clean them up, perfect them, spray them, get them to where they're decent. And if I was y'all and y'all hadn't started a paint career yet, but y'all really, really thinking about it, or you're thinking about doing something with painting, I would buy a bunch of some things. Let's just use refrigerators for an example. Because I really want to paint those 2 refrigerators over there. Candy, apple red, and candy tangerine. That'd be nice. That'd motivate me to get in there and eat something. Anyways, we paint those and they look good and they look crispy. I'd sit on them. I wouldn't post them or nothing. I'd sit on them. I'd go buy another one and I'd paint that one candy blue, and I'd buy another one and I'd paint it candy hot pink, and I'd buy another one and paint it green and then emerald green, and it have at least 10 or 12 of them, and then pop out. I was about to say pop out with the merch, but don't do that yet. We're going to put it online and be like, hey, tell me what y'all guys think of these candy painted. Don't advertise that you do them. No, don't advertise that you're, on it. You're gonna tease them. You're gonna build up. You're gonna gain a little bit more skills. You're gonna gain the quality, increase the quality. You're gonna now you've showed people you did 10. Now we're gonna do 5 more and perfect. Now these 5. Now the next 5 is supposed to take a lot longer than those, because now you're gonna color sand and buff them. You're gonna color sand and buff them. You're gonna polish them. You're gonna wax them, and then you might even throw a little, what is that called? Where they put the little film coat or whatever? I don't know. But they put like something over the paint. This sucks. I don't even know what it is. I've heard of it, but I can't remember what it's called. But it put this plastic sheet over it, and it protects it. I can't remember what it's called. And then you put that on there. Now you spend more time. Now you spend more money. Now you have different type of categories of qualities. So you have the, this is when I was starting. You can get this type of quality for about $500, or you can go ahead and get the $800 or the $1,000. This is gonna keep the kids from scratching it up, all the magnets, and this to just prevent the wear and tear, respiratory. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like that. Somebody better take it and run with it, cause somebody better take it and run with it, man. That'd be cool. So that's my idea. I mean, that's just my mindset. Don't. Now there's no reason why you can't really not do it. You see what I'm saying? Like, you can get refrigerators cheap as hell everywhere. Or if you don't want to do refrigerator, do these little toy cars. You got all of these. Man, you shoot one candy apple red. I got kids. I would love to buy my daughter a candy apple, or my son a candy apple red. Like, what? You selling that? Yeah, that's some custom. People like custom stuff. And then once you perfect it, then you create the exposure. You create the exposure. Now you're confident. This means I'm confident. When I go anywhere, they're like, hey, you paint cars? Hell yeah, we build them. You do? What do you work on? Oh, we got a 69 Charger. We got a 64 Impala. We got a 62 Impala. They get the, damn, well, hell. Yeah, my brother, he has a Dodge Viper. And then my nephew, he owns a Barracuda. I want, what I'm saying? Like, exposure. Hey, this is CD Lamb. Who? CD Lamb. Man, shut up. Click. Who? Bro, you got to stop all that. FaceTime. Oh, my God. It's CD Lamb. Like, all because you stayed consistent and created the exposure. Never look at the money. Don't look at the money side. That's where you go wrong at. Don't look at the money. The money gonna come. The money will be there. As long as you do your part, perfect your craft, stay consistent, stay humble, you will succeed, man. It keep God first. You will succeed. It's gonna pay off every single time. I've seen it. I've felt it. I've woke my woman out of her sleep like, babe, this shit is really happening. Like, babe, oh my, get up. Like, yo, like, and I'm not even like, how can I say that? Like, I'm blessed to be where I'm at right now, but I think more so my financial situation. My goal is to just come in, look at the shop, everybody's good, everybody's happy, everybody's having a great time. And I go back to my king size bed with my kids and my family and just be cooped in and cuddled in, and I'm relaxed. Like, I'm relaxed. Or take trips. So and help others. I would love to start a Votech Center. I want to start a Votech Center, and then my goal is to actually own an aircraft paint carrier. Aircraft. Give me just a second. Aircraft hanger. Aircraft paint hanger. There we go. That's my goal. I want to paint planes again. I want to have some guys that's gonna be on their shit and that's gonna love their job and paint airplanes. What do you mean? There's not very many people that need aircraft, painted. Alright. Okay. That's because you don't come across them. That's because you don't know anybody around them. That's because you're not having conversations about that. That's because you're not networking. That's because you're not expanding your horizon. That's because you're not utilizing your resources. That's why you don't know anybody personally that don't have an aircraft to be painted. Me, I only know 2 people. But if I paint their birds or they lead me into the directions to painting their birds, or I'm around them more and I'm around their friends, that one person's gonna need it painted. And then guess what? I'm gonna paint their plane, and then I'm gonna post it, and then they're gonna tell their friends, and then I'll post it, and then I might get 1,000 views, but one person was like, damn, he can paint a plane and he's good. Let me go ahead and email him. Hey man, I need a bird plane painted. Just like that. Same thing with the refrigerators, man. Let's get it, man. I hope this video helped. I'm not trying to rumble and ramble. But yeah, man, if y'all have any other questions, please drop. And if somebody did mention mixing ratios, we're going to talk about that in another video. We're going to talk about chemicals in videos and stuff like that, hazardous waste and stuff like that. But yeah, don't look at my situation any better than y'all's. You just got to get up and do it. Like I said, there was a point in time where I didn't have anything in my mind when it came to running a body shop, yet alone being a painter. I really was not planning on being a painter when I took the course in the class and stuff like that. So, and then, like I said, it is hard. It has hard days. It has hard times and stuff like that. But if it wasn't hard, everybody would be doing it. Everybody would be a painter. Everybody would be a business owner. And not everybody has that mentality or is able to handle that type of pressure, because it is a lot of pressure. I'd be lying if I said I didn't want to give up 15 times. I promise you I did. Like, I did not want, I was like, yep, I'm done. I'm over it. Yeah. So, appreciate y'all watching. Y'all make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, man. We're going to get up on out of here. It's time to now, like we've chopped it up. We're going to jump on the truck. We gotta hop on the truck. We got to do some body work. We got with the doors are done. Yeah, man, let's roll with it. So I'm going to drop the next video. Next video will be on some more candy. Some more candy paint on the truck. And it's coming along really good, man. I appreciate y'all watching. Let's get it.